Welcome to AI World TV, your go-to destination for everything artificial intelligence. Discover the captivating landscape of AI, where advanced technology finds real-life application. Subscribe to AI World TV for webzine articles, reports, podcasts, videos, live events, and latest trends. Hear from top industry leaders and discover how AI is transforming industries and our daily lives.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we are really getting into the nuts and bolts of the AI revolution. We're looking at the sources you shared, and they paint a picture that's, well, much bigger than just the latest chatbot. This isn't theory. We're dissecting the huge, expensive, and frankly, world-changing system being built, like, right now.
That's exactly it. We're trying to move past the usual hype. We want to look at the actual infrastructure, the money, the hard data, and the big hook. The thing that really caught my eye in this material was that World Economic Forum prediction.
Ah, the 170 million new jobs.
Yeah, 170 million globally by 2030, all driven by AI transformation. It's a really powerful number, especially with all the talk about job losses. It sort of counters that narrative.
It does, but okay, to really grasp how we get 170 million jobs, we have to look underneath, right, at the hidden costs, the massive physical build-out that's happening at, like, breakneck speed to even support this.
Exactly. It's an arms race,
Yeah.
but not just for code. It's for concrete, silicon, cooling systems, and power.
Yeah.
Lots of power.
So this deep dive, we're connecting the dots for you. We've pulled together insights on everything from, the push for nuclear-powered data centers,
Which is fascinating in itself.
to the whole U.S.-China AI race, NVIDIA's role, Jensen Huang's comments.
Yeah, that whole situation.
And even drilling down to how AI is already changing things, like right now. That fintech example, 60% faster ads.
Mm-hmm. And even the more philosophical stuff like discussions around brain rot. It's all interconnected. We're linking power grids to job skills, basically.
Okay, let's start with that big promise then, the 170 million jobs. It suggests AI is going to be a net job creator by 2030.
Yeah.
So where are we seeing the first signs of this, like on the ground, in businesses?
Well, the clearest initial impact is efficiency.
Right.
And that immediately changes what people do. The sources mentioned the CMO at Chime, the fintech company.
Right.
They reported using AI to create ads 60% faster. 60%.
Wow, 60% faster isn't just like a small tweak.
No, it's disruptive. And the key thing, it meant they relied less on their external agencies. So think about that. It's not just saving time. It shows how fast whole chunks of outsourced work, like creative marketing, could be pulled in-house or automated. Those agencies, they have to completely change their game or they might just fade away.
So the jobs created are maybe managing the AI, overseeing it, rather than doing the old manual task?
Precisely. That's the shift. You're managing the tool, not being the tool.
That makes sense. But the sources you sent also go way broader, right, into the societal side, the philosophy of it all. It's not just about faster ads. There are articles asking about the future of work in the age of AI and humanity, and how AI is redefining connection, especially around intimacy. It feels like a total system overhaul.
Yeah, and that tension is really central here. On one side, you have incredible potential. Think about medicine. AI is already getting involved in complex medical writing, and maybe even more importantly, it's helping detect deadly infectious diseases faster than humans ever could. These are huge life-saving applications.
High-stakes stuff.
But then you also pointed out the sources citing the New York Times piece on brain rot. How do we square that? The same tech that saves lives might also be melting our brains.
It's a paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
The brain rot idea basically suggests that AI, when optimized purely for engagement on platforms.
Like social media.
Exactly. It might end up prioritizing, sensational, shallow stuff because that keeps us clicking, doom scrolling. So, yeah, it makes ad creation efficient, but maybe at the cost of attention spans or critical thinking. It's this weird duality, optimizing for profit and health, but also maybe optimizing for low-effort thinking.
So what we're seeing in this first section is this promise of jobs, the 170 million, but wrapped up in all these questions about how we work, how we connect, even how we think. It's all being reshaped.
That's right. And interestingly, the sources suggest that even as people use AI more, say, in shopping, they're also demanding more transparency, more control. So these new AI-related jobs, they're likely going to involve a lot of ethical thinking, communication, explaining what the machine is actually doing.
Okay, so that economic promise needs fuel, literally. Which brings us to the infrastructure. The sources make it clear. The real race isn't just algorithms, it's physical stuff. concrete cooling power.
And the money involved here is just mind-boggling. Forget typical IT budgets. This is a whole different scale.
Yeah.
Look at the deals highlighted. Microsoft's NeoCloud deals. They're crossing $60 billion.
$60 billion. And it's not just them. Amazon's deal with OpenAI, $38 billion, specifically for NVIDIA chips.
Exactly. $38 billion just for the chips. Think about what that means. They're trying to lock down their computing power for years ahead. It's not just R&D spending. It's guaranteeing physical supply. And then you see big finance jumping in. BlackRock, leading a group with NVIDIA, buying aligned data centers for $40 billion.
Wait, BlackRock. So when chip makers and giant investment firms team up to buy the physical buildings, that means the data center itself is being treated as like a core long-term asset, like real estate or gold.
It absolutely signals that shift. It's seen as foundational infrastructure for the future economy. Capital is flowing directly into AI enablement.
And it's happening everywhere, right? The sources mention Pennsylvania in a $70 billion race. Google's building a $15 billion hub in India. South Korea is getting 260,000 NVIDIA chips. And Vietnam is being called the next Singapore for data centers.
It's truly global. It comes down to a mix of things. Friendly regulations, land availability, and crucially, the cost and stability of energy. These places, Vietnam, India, they offer room to scale. States like Pennsylvania or Texas are using incentives and their own energy resources to compete.
Which leads us straight to the biggest hurdle everyone seems to be hitting, power. Tech giants are investing in solar, sure, but the demand is now, and it's intense. The sources talk about data centers straining the grid, causing distress warnings.
Yeah, the core issue is reliability. Training a huge AI model needs constant, dense power. 247, no interruptions. Solar and wind are great, but they don't always provide that perfectly consistent baseline power, especially at the scale needed.
And that's why we're seeing this, honestly, surprising pivot back towards nuclear energy.
It really shows how fundamental AI is now viewed. It's an energy consumer on the scale of a small city. So yeah, the U.S. Department of Energy is actively promoting nuclear for data centers. But the detail that really jumped out from your sources: Fermi ordering 4 small modular nuclear reactors, specifically for data centers in Texas.
Wow. Not just talk, actual orders.
Actual hardware commitments. Utility companies are changing national infrastructure plans, specifically because of machine learning's power demands.
That is quite something. The need for AI compute is literally dictating national energy strategy.
It's this incredible feedback loop. The jobs need the compute needs the data centers need a whole new way of thinking about reliable power.
Okay, so moving from
You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
power constraints to silicon constraints. All this building and spending naturally leads to what the sources call the battle for AI tech dominance. And it seems chips are at the absolute heart of this, along with the US-China geopolitical tension.
And NVIDIA is right in the middle of it. Their CEO, Jensen Huang, remember he first said China will win the AI race, according to the FT.
Yeah, that caused quite a stir.
Huge stir. He then had to soften or clarify those remarks pretty quickly, as reported by CNBC and The Hill. It just shows you one CEO's words can now spark national security debates.
It really does.
And it's happening while their main competitor, AMD, is facing similar issues. This parallel pressure, the sources mention, related to selling chips to China. That 15% China sales levy isn't a tax, by the way. It's about performance caps imposed by the U.S. government on chips sold to China, trying to slow their progress on cutting-edge AI without a full ban.
So the chip industry is basically foreign policy now. It's not just business anymore.
Absolutely. And while NVIDIA and AMD are navigating this tricky landscape, new competition is popping up. Qualcomm is jumping into the data center AI chip market, aiming straight at NVIDIA and AMD. They see a massive opportunity there.
Okay, so this battle over chips and dominance brings us back to the future of work itself. We talked about the 170 million jobs, but how those jobs will actually function seems tied to this other concept from the sources, agentic AI.
Right, and this is maybe the most important thing for you, the listener, to grasp for your own career. They're calling 2025 the year of AI agents. And let's be clear what that means. An AI agent isn't just a helper tool. It's designed to take autonomous action. You give it a goal, and it figures out the steps and does them.
Without needing constant okaying from a human.
Potentially, yes, for multi-step, complex tasks.
So where are these being used first?
Well, the sources point heavily towards cloud infrastructure management, complex systems. Imagine telling an agent, hey, website traffic is surging, spin up more servers, configure the security, update the databases, make sure monitoring is on.
Okay, normally that's a senior engineer typing furiously into a command line, right? Dozens, maybe hundreds of commands.
Exactly, and that's why one of the headlines you found is so provocative. Agentic AI could make command line skills obsolete. If an agent can handle all that scaling, provisioning, fixing problems automatically, then the core, hands-on skills of many IT folks today are suddenly, well, less essential. The new skill becomes defining the goal for the agent, setting the parameters, checking its work, not doing the manual typing.
That feels like a huge shift in required skills, happening way faster than, say, learning a new software version.
It really is. Think of it like moving from manually driving a car everywhere to just telling your self-driving car the destination and trusting it to handle the traffic, speed, navigation, all of it.
What an incredible amount of information we've covered. Okay, let's try to synthesize. We've looked at these three big layers. The huge opportunity, that 170 million jobs figure.
The promise.
Then the staggering cost and global impact of building the necessary infrastructure, the data centers, the power grid
The
changes.
physical reality and the cost.
And finally, the intense tech competition, the geopolitics of chips, and how that's leading to fundamental shifts in how we work, thanks to agentic AI.
Yeah, and the final thought for you, listening, is that this boon, you see it in the billions being spent, the turn to nuclear, the limits on chip sales. It isn't just about the economy growing. It's forcing massive, sometimes uncomfortable, changes in energy policy, in global investment, and in the actual skills people need day to day. And it's happening fast.
The scale is just immense. It connects a marketing manager getting 60% efficiency gains all the way up to the governments deciding to build nuclear reactors. It's all linked by the thirst for computation.
And that brings us right back to you and your work. We've heard how agentic AI might automate things like command line skills. So here's the question to really think about. If 2025 is the year of the AI agent, and these things are designed to act autonomously, what skills do you need to focus on developing right now? If the agent handles the how, what becomes the uniquely human value? Is it strategy? Is it oversight? Is it asking the right questions? What replaces those potentially obsolete fundamental skills? That's the frontier you need to be exploring for yourself.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.